This video is going to show you hazardous exposure in the StationSMARTS. So we manage the hazardous exposure through our special studies in the NFIRS reporting. So you can see the special studies here in the NFIRS form. There are a lot of different questions that departments can define for their department as they're answering the other questions on the form. They can easily come through and answer questions posed by the chief or other members of the department as well. One of those questions is the hazardous exposure. So this hazardous exposure is going to allow you to choose based on the series of the NFIRS form. And in this case, in the case of a fire, there's airborne or products of combustion or not applicable. If we choose not applicable, then this special study is just considered answered and we can move on. If we choose something else like products of combustion, then we're going to get all the names, and all the names are going to be checked because it was a part of a special default in the system that this code was one of those codes to check all of the names in the case of an exposure. We can also go through to clear all the names and just pick one or two. If we know that they were the only ones that got out and were actually exposed, then we can correct those. So for example, we can click Let's Go, and then we can see if we come over to his employee record, those exposures automatically show up here in the hazardous exposure form. So this is the form that we're looking at today. And this is just the list of every time that he has been exposed in an incident, whether it was in a 100 series or whether it was an EMS call. And all of those hazardous exposures are always managed through the NFIRS reporting.